Oh, Gargan's gone well off track. Into just as wide. Look at that. Oh, he came in too on the inside. Oh, no. Oh, there's a bit of contact. Harvey just catching right back up on him.
It's time for round 3 of the 2021 Valvoline D1NZ Drifting Championship Series, and this weekend we are in Christchurch for a big double header, 2 rounds back to back, 2 different track layouts at Mike Pero Motorsport Park, and day 1, round 3 will see us on A-Track version 2, the section we've run before last time D1NZ came to visit. A standing start with a weight shift, faint entry, a mid-track approach, a clean snap to angle onto outer clip 1 on the left hand side, firing through to the inside apex at turn 1. Drivers will be marked down for stalling the car or sitting too long off throttle here, especially during the battles. Drivers can shallow up their angle to stretch the legs out to clip 3 on the left hand side. Judges will be scoring high for a fast, snappy transition onto clip 4 with the approach onto the next inside apex at clip 5. It's a late outside clip 6 on the exit of the ripple strip. Drivers need to nail this zone to best approach the next inside clip 7 on the left hand side, and again throttle use and angle to slow the car up will be rewarded. Washing wide or stalling the car will result in deductions. From clip 7 it is a clean transition onto a midline approach through the dipper, running the car up high at the exit to hit the last scoring zone 8 on the left hand side. Our judges this weekend have plenty of local track knowledge, and this is the home track for the Drift South Series. Mark O'Hara joins the D1NZ Series Tour as line judge this weekend, 14 years behind the wheel, and many of those right here at this track with 35 points up for grabs. So too for the likes of Joel Counter, our angle judge for the weekend, our former pro driver and 2-time Drift South Series champion, 35 points to dish out in qualifying. Our final judge is Brendan Dunker, stepping in for Chris Howard, who is back in the North Island running the annual Drift Matsuri event being held for the first time at Hampton Downs, and Dunker slots into the style seat with 30 points up for grabs. And that is the preview for round 3 of the 2021 Valvoline D1NZ Drifting Championship Series. The D1NZ 2021 competition format sees 3 judging officials take the helm in race control, overlooking the 3 major scoring criteria: line, angle and style. Together they form a score out of 100. Line is a predetermined racing line the drivers need to navigate. This is marked out by scoring areas called clipping points. Drivers need to hit these scoring zones to score a maximum of 35 points for each pass. Angle is how much rear slip angle a car produces. Each driver has 35 points available for maintaining as much angle as possible throughout the drift course. Style is a combination of throttle control, handbrake application, car speed, and the overall fluidity of each run, with 30 points up for grabs. Teams have 2 laps in qualifying to start the competition. The driver with the best score takes pole position, with the top 8 drivers securing a spot in the top 16. From here, the competition moves into the battle phase, forming a seeded battle tree, battling through the top 16, the top 8, the top 4, and through to the finals. The battle phase of the competition sees each driver scored on a lead and chase run. The lead driver's objective is to set or better their performance in qualifying, while the chase driver's objective is to get as close as possible to the leading car, using it as a mobile clipping point. The chase driver needs to emulate or better the lead car's run while also maintaining the original scoring criteria. The 3 judging officials will then decide the winner by a majority decision. If it's a draw, they'll call an OMT, where the cars will battle one more time for sudden death. Drivers also need to be mindful of penalties while competing out on the track. Points deductions are handed out for 1 or 2 wheels off track, spinning out, straight lining the course, or making contact with the walls or the other car. One thing's for certain though, rubbing is racing. Each driver has 1 competition timeout available to use during the battle phase of the competition. This can only be used once and gives teams a chance at servicing their car in pit lane. And that is how it's done for the 2021 season of the Valvoline D1NZ Drifting Championship Series.
Well, this man here went to the top. It's the Panhead top qualifier, Fanger Dan Woolhouse in the Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5D. 89.5 point pass for him.
Oh, look at him here. He just able to sit that thing down, put the ponies down. And remember, Steve, this is the first time in 5 years Fanger's drive a Ford. Last time he was here, he was driving that Commodore. So I bet it's such a different feeling being left hook compared to that big old Commodore too. And
you can see Thorley just scrubbing those tyres. Why do they do that?
Well, obviously the guys out there, competitors, the drivers, they want to get those rear tyres sticky, hot. You know, being a semi-slick tyre, they've usually got a bit of rubber. It's not quite warmed up. You don't have that full traction. So they do a bit of a burnout, try and get those front tyres hot, sticky, especially driving out through here. They pick up a lot of rubber. So they want maximum grip for when they send it into this first corner because they're coming in there pretty quick. And here goes our first battle, Steve. This is going to be exciting. Jaron Corona leading out Michael Thorley into the first corner here. Look at that, 14. Here's 14, throwing it in hard there. Look at it, sitting down. Thorley's got a little bit caught in that smoke there, coming into corner 2.
Well, it's going to come down to this first part. Oh, Michael Thorley, off he goes.
Off there. Jaron just needs to hold it together. He's doing quite a nice run here.
And it's going to be a massive advantage.
Oh, huge advantage. But see what happened just there in that first corner. He got a little bit caught in that first corner smoke. And that just put him off.
Well, Michael, feels like a bit of a nervous start to the round. What happened?
Yeah, not great. So after qualifying, we made a few changes in the front. I think it just bound up and threw the power steering belt off. So the guys can fix it now and we'll get out and try and push.
So you get it done inside the 5?
Yeah, shouldn't be an issue. Yeah.
All right, mate, go get him.
We'll go down to our next battle, which will be
Phil Sutherland and Johnny Latham in that BMW. Now, I want to see Filthy click that top gear, and we will see a big difference in power and speed for Phil coming through this first corner.
So there were supposed to be 3 mainland cars. Sadly, we had Alex Perlier. He was supposed to be out there, missed it. So this is the battle of the mainland. Filthy Phil Sutherland in the Drains of the Development's R34 going up against Johnny Latham in the M3 BMW.
And look, I hope Phil, listen to me, he clicked it in 4th. Look at that. Front leader Phil, he is feeling comfortable in that sexual R34 out there. Johnny Latham getting left behind a little bit on that chase run, but wow, Phil, he's really feeling comfortable, isn't he?
Well, let's go back to the second half. They get sent away by the Launchmaster Willie down under the Valvoline banner, and it will be Latham who leads them out in the LS-powered M3 BMW.
And look, see Phil catching up very quickly there, so he's done quite well to sit himself back, but it obviously is, oh no, what's he done? Now, Phil's just driving around the track, so Johnny's doing a nice clean lead run here, down and through the dipper and exiting out there, but Phil looks like, oh, he's blowing an axle. That's what he's done. Look at that.
No, I don't think it is. So
no,
this
is that motor? What's he done there?
So is it going to be an OMT, or are they going to... Here we go. This is for Filthy Phil Sutherland versus Johnny Latham.
Oh, wow, Steve, you were right.
Wow, I didn't expect it to be this early in the that the judges got it wrong.
I would like
Let's go down to Stephen.
Got the win. Did you think you got the one?
I don't know what happened, mate. I can't see behind me, but yeah, stoked with that.
Hard luck.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I was coming in and had the handbrake and snapped something in the rear end, so just puts a good wobble on.
Oh, here we go. We can see Thorley is back out, so they've obviously replaced the belt and ready to go again. All right, well, we'll go to the second half of the battle now between Jaron of Krona and the Parts Trader NZ. That is an immaculately presented car. V12 under the bonnet, but what can Michael Thorley do?
Thorley just needs to do it pretty much the best run he can do out the front, and Jaron just needs to be smart. Sit him behind there, get comfortable. You can see he's leaving a little bit of room, being smart about this. He's 10-0 up. Lots of boys dropped out up onto the...
Oh, he went for a dive.
He did. He's jumping in. It's good that he hasn't, you know, dropped back too far. An active chase. He's tried to stay with him and... you know, completed that run. Thorley will be gutted though.
Well, here we go. We're going to the next one, Cole. Who's it going to be? Slide left for Jaron of Krona. Sorry, right. Slide left for Michael Thorley. Right for Jaron of Krona.
I think it was a sort of a no-brainer on this one, yeah.
3. Well done, Jaron of Krona. So that's the car on the left. He gets a thumbs up from Nick.
This is going to be a good battle out here for our first top 16 hit. As you can see, the track has definitely got a bit of grip. So the boys are going 1, 2, 3, 4th. Give it a bit of a clutch, and then straight into it. Touch of a handbrake, throwing it into this first corner, and full throttle. A little bit of left foot brake to a little bit of handbrake. Troy had a little bit of a mistake on there, and look at that, washed him right out. Dave doing a nice lead run entry, tucking in tight there on that inner clip. That's exactly what the judges want to do, want to see. And that's just giving Troy a good open area for him to jump in there, but he had that mistake on corner 1. He had a wee bobble coming into corner 2, pulled the handbrake, and Startman Willie starts them. Watch this. Dave can take off and get straight into full throttle. Troy then has to wait, delay himself to come around. It gives the advantage for the chase car to get right up on the inside or to behind the car to jump into this first corner. And you can see Dave just tucking back a little bit. He knows he's got a big advantage, so he's giving a bit of room. But he's just about done a little bit of mistake there, dropping wide, dropping a wheel in that back corner. But look at Troy doing a nice, clean lead run there, dropping through the dipper and out to that section. But what was... Dave had a little mistake, little boo-boo.
Yeah, and I guess it comes down to who made the biggest mistake then.
What it's going to come down to, mate, is who made the biggest mistake. And obviously we all really couldn't see because of where that camera shot was.
Well, judge's decision. Mark O'Hara, Joel Counter, Brendan Dunker. Is it going to be Dave Steadman? 1, 2, 3. Unanimous. Wow. And Tauranga goes through.
Yeah, Dave Steadman will be pretty stoked with that. Coming up, we've got Fangadan versus Jaron Oliver Krona. A couple of absolute weapons here. Here we go. We've got the Mustang RTR leading out over the Parts Trader S14. This is going to be wild.
Well, let's have a look and see what the Century Batteries cash on New Zealand. RTR Mustang and Fangadan, the 2-time champion, can do as he leads up front. And here comes Jaron. He said he wanted to go fast. Maybe, well, look, he's still in there.
Goes turbo. Again. 4 wheels. Oh, he's spewing. Both of them very messy runs here. Fanga going off wide, sort of taking
Fanga needs to hold on to his drift, and he's done it.
He does. It was a bit of a rough one on this one because Jaron will be a bit gutted about that because where they came out of corner 1 going to corner 2, he just carried too much pace and just washed him right out into that gravel trap. Crazy. And here we go, Steve. They're sending it out here.
Now, he said he's got to use speed to do it, so let's see if he can cast that Mustang. Right now, the answer is no, he can't. But he's
handbrake entry here. Fingers up on the inside there. You can't even see him through here. Jumps through into corner 2 here. Fingers holding that handbrake. Jaron's doing very nicely, running nice and wide, opening the door for Fanga there. Fanga jumping up there. A little bit of...
Oh, look at Fanga go.
Massive block here, and Fanga's jumping up on the inside. Still a little bit of a messy battle in my eyes there, Steve.
Yeah, well, there's that switchback towards the end. I did like how, and I liked how Fanga actually dialed on a massive amount of angle to actually stall up the car so he could go in for the inside dive through the left-hander. All right, let's have a look and see what the judges have decided. We've got Jaron Oliver Krona, Fanga Dan Moorhouse, Mike O'Hara, Joel Counter, and Brendan Dunker. 1, 2, 3. We're going OMT.
Good call. I like that. Yeah, this is going to be fast. Now, Gargan should be smart about this because he knows he's up against a rocket ship. Watch this RX-7 take off out the gate. He's through the chicane, and watch this first gear. This V8 just up and goes. And Gargan's car's at roughly 800 horsepower. Look at the gap that Andrew pulled. He's looking at like 450 horsepower. That Nankang RX-7 just is quick out here. Nice smooth line. Now Andrew needs to push out wide. See, he pulled a little bit of angle out of that corner to get the length that he needed. Tucks in for that inner click. Gargan doing nice chasing there, doing his best to try and keep up with that rocket ship.
Now Gargan's obviously been doing a bit of drifting down here in the south as well, so he's quite, he's actually probably done this track a couple of times, used to it in the Black Bull R32. All right, we will go down to Launchmaster Willie as he gets ready to send him. 3, 2, 1, and it is blast off with the rocket ship. Now, of course, Andrew can get right on that bumper too.
Yes, he can. But what that Andrew also has to do is that car has so much grip, but it doesn't have a lot of power. So whereas a car in front of him throws a lot of angle, he's got to be very smart in how close he does get to him. And you can see through here, Gargan's gone well off track.
Oh.
Don't know how he held it. Obviously done a bit of speedway as well this last weekend. But anyway, Gargan's out there. He held it together, but don't know what Andrew's doing there. Yes, Gargan did go off, but Andrew still should have finished that section.
Oh, Gargan did a great job with that one there. He got a little bit further than what Jaron O'Crona did. All right, let's see what the judges have to say. Is it going to be Andrew Redwood? Gargan knew that, and them on the wrong side. Versus Gargan Kang, Mark O'Hara, Joel Counter, and Brendan Dunker. 1 strike, 2 strikes, 3 strikes. Redwood gets a win.
Taylor James and Adam Davies. This is going to be fun. Your favourite engine?
Absolutely.
Definitely not
the
my
rotary
engine. But here we go. That
Different
20D
car.
is going to be screaming right up that 180. We got 2 180s out there right now. One with the 2J, which I don't like, one with the 20B, which I do love. But Taylor is driving really well in this borrowed car. Look at him. Running that wide line, dropping out. Adam just dropping a wheel there. They love taking out that clip, don't they? But Taylor, very nice and tight on that inner clip there. Adam Davies driving really well, jumping up behind there at Taylor in that 180. It's quite cool to see both the cars out there looking really smooth.
It's great to see Taylor turn up. I mean, unlike the flight down to Christchurch a couple of days ago when he forgot to get it.
But here we go. We've got Adam Davies going to be leading out as Mimico Napa Parts 180 20B Turbo against Taylor James. Now Taylor, see how he jumps off that line. He knows that Adam's car's fast. He's got that sequential box in there, Samsona, so he's just pulling those gears up into it. Now he's full throttle into this first corner. Look at that 180 sitting down, but he's opening the door nicely. Look at Taylor jumping up on the inside there. It's a tricky section just here. He's dialed out a bit of angle. Look at them throwing into corner 3 there to get that inner clip. Adam's doing a real nice lead run, opening the door for Taylor, and Taylor's taking that advantage.
And that was probably one of the best chase runs I've seen Taylor James do in a long time. Just really used that mobile clipping point. But all right, well, let's see what the judges see. Will it be the Mimico Napa machine of Adam Davies? Is it going to be Taylor James? 1, 2, 3. Taylor James takes the win. Well, there they go, getting ready to go out and battle again. It's the Ford Mustang RTR, Castrol New Zealand, and Century Batteries, of course, that is Fanga Dan, going up against Part Trader NZ in this NS14.
Yeah, this is going to be a good battle because these boys already know what one another did in that lead. They both did some big mistakes. Fanga will not want to be doing that in his lead run obviously out here. And then Jaron knows that he cannot give Fanga a gap because he'll get caught up in that smoke again. This first corner is absolute key here. And Jaron will want to sit up just on the inside here. See how he didn't enter just as wide. Look at that. Oh, he came in too hot. He said he was going to be aggressive out there. And look at Fanga. He's just having to sit out there. He just needs to hold him and hold this nice clean run. Look at that RTR Mustang lifting up that wheel there, dipping down into this horseshoe, and it's just a nice clean run there by Fanga. He'll be pretty stoked about that.
Wow, I mean, the real problems for Jaron O'Crona, and I'm just wondering if there's anything else that's caused that. Did he break anything in there? He's really struggled to get off the line as well. And big issues for Jaron O'Crona, so we'll see if we can get some vision down there. And you can see Kester's in the window, his dad, finding out what's going wrong. There's Nelson Hartley. Of course, Nelson Hartley's the man who built that V12 engine.
Oh, it's such a good team, these boys. They know this car inside and out. They pull it apart. Oh, Steve, I've got the worst cramp. It's crazy.
What's going on down there, Stephen? What can you see?
Well, I'm going to ask someone that exact thing. Nelson Hartley's looking under. I'll come down with Nelson. Oh no, Nelson, I was down with you. Now we come up.
Looking at mate.
Well, what's the problem?
We don't know yet.
I can't hear anything. I'm going to have to go to the boss, meaning the driver. Crikey dicks. Nelson Hartley built the engine, and he says, I don't know what I'm looking for. What are they looking for?
Yeah, like after they hit on the entry there, the steering sort of shooting off to the other direction. So a quick wheel alignment check, cool it down a little bit, and yeah, we'll carry on. But hey, I felt like we slowed up a little bit on that entry. But yeah, we'll see what the judges think, and yeah, we'll go on for my lead run.
Quick warrant of check as well?
Yeah, mate, quick warrant of fitness check.
All right, mate, there you go. Now we know.
So 5-minute call has begun for Jaron Olacrona. So they're down with the wheel plates either side of the wheel, and they're measuring the distance between the two plates side to side to work out if the car, the front wheel, wheels are the right direction. What's going on there,
Obviously
Cole?
having a bit of contact in there, those front tie rod ends are very thin and they can adjust so easily. Now, we're talking 1 or 2 mil of toe out in the front. So these boys are doing such a good job checking it, making sure it's right. Now, most of these cars run about 1 to 2 mils of toe out on the front wheels. Now, that helps turn the car into the first corner, obviously throwing opposite lock. So Jaron will be making sure they haven't bent a tie rod in, because what can happen, you can have a slight bend on them. You come in, you touch that foot brake, what does it do? It loads up that front wheel, puts a lot of tension on that tie rod end, and bang, it can bend it. I've done many of them, Steve, many of them in my R34. So it's very good that these boys have definitely checking it and making sure it is safe and obviously up to his spec.
All right, well, Steve Daniel, Cole Armstrong, part of the commentary team. And talking about Coles, congratulations to Geordie Cole and his new bride, Bailey, getting married since the last round. All right, so they're still doing their thing, trying to get underneath.
Gone, boys.
Yeah, the boys will obviously be doing a bit of an adjustment. They know that something's bent in there. Obviously, that's why the boys are underneath there, trying to get straighten that sucker up for them.
Stephen, what are you seeing? What are you seeing down there? It just looks like
a clock is ticking. We're just about to hit the 2-minute mark of the 5, and if people don't know if they're watching drifting, they've called a 5-minute. If they don't get this done in 5,
we've got
it's
Darren
all done.
Kelly leading out Johnny Latham here. Look at Darren Kelly and the R35 GTR, heart of racing. Look at his line. He is a surgeon, this boy out there. Johnny Latham, a bit of a mistake, got caught up in the smoke, spun off the track. But look at Darren Kelly out there, smooth as ever, feeling comfy in that 3.4 litre RB. Wow, look at this thing go out there. He's a good driver, Darren. Not as good as me, but he's pretty good.
You're a washed-up old race car driver, Cole. All right.
But here we go. We've got the second run. Johnny Latham versus Darren Kelly here. Johnny leading the run here in this BMW.
Genuine M3 BMW leads up front, but he's going to have the harder racing R35 GTR of Darren Kelly tucking in underneath. Big wide shot up front for Latham, and Darren comes through, closes the gap up.
And look at it there. Darren's very smart and technical. He's lunging at Johnny there, getting the feel of him, giving a little bit of room, but just exactly following how he needs to. And look at him diving up on that door. A little bit of a weight transfer there for Johnny, but Darren did very nice to sit in there behind. A good lead run there by Johnny also.
Is it going to be Darren Kelly? Will it be Johnny Latham? It's either the mainland BMW or North Island's Darren Kelly. Let's see what the two South Island judges and Brendan Dunker are going to say. Darren Kelly takes the win, goes through to the next round. It's the OMT. It's Fanger Dan going up against Jaron Olacrona. Olacrona's going to have to do something big, but it's hard to force an error from the car that's chasing you down.
Definitely, obviously, Fanger's a 10-0 up on here. Jaron doing a nice lead run here, giving the door. Wow, Fanger come up out of nowhere there. Did so well to hold that together. That was so good of Fanger just to be able to hold the car, stall it up, but nah, Jaron's got a bit of a problem. See how I said he could have had a little bit of a slightly bent tie rod in. They tried to adjust it out, touch that foot brake, and just like that, the alignment can change and then the car shot off for him. Fanger did really well to sit behind that and get through that section. Jaron will be pretty gutted with that, you know, he's been feeling really well out there, but you know, these things happen, and it's quite tall here because we've got a back-to-back round. He's got another one tomorrow, but we'll go to the judges' decision here. 1, 2, 3, Fanger Dan gets the win. But here we go. We have the animal is the beast. Oh, and he went the different way around the chicane there. George Myberg.
Well,
but anyway, he's leading it out here for Liam Burke.
Well, the Waikato Times Berserker S14 of George Myberg. He's gone off.
He's just run so wide there. But Liam's done well to sit him behind here. Look at that good angle here right there. Liam Burke with a bit of a bobble in behind there, but George not doing the cleanest lead for him. You know, Liam's doing very well just to sit back slightly, run that qualifying line, Steve. This is what the judges have said. If you are following a lead car and he's making mistakes, run that qualifying line.
What if Liam Burke straight lined?
What if he straight lined? Now, it would all carry down to where he straight lined.
Sure.
Was it forced from George going off track?
Okay.
But here we go. We've got Liam Burke leading out here. George coming for the chase in there. See how he sat on the inside. Didn't dive out, but he's really forced himself another error. He didn't throw it hard enough, and he's bobbling in behind there, trying to play catch up behind Liam, doing a nice clean line. Look at that little bobbler once again. Once you start playing catch up out there, it's very hard to get smooth again.
Oh, and then he came through and just dropped off the ripple strip too. You saw a massive weight shift essentially of the Berserker, the black S14. And which way are they going to call? George Myberg, Liam Burke, Mark O'Hara, Joel Counter, Brendan Dunker, 1, 2, 3. It's heading to Liam Burke. All right, top 16 trying to find a way into the top 8. Who is it going to be with our next battle of the day? It will be the D1NZ virtual reality machine. That's the LS Power GT86 of Kurt Blackie going up against Ben Jenkins in the Katasai GT86. 86 versus 86. 2J versus LS.
Yeah, this is going to be a good battle. Benny is really starting to get comfortable in that car, but also so is Kurt. Look at them, both throwing it in there, not dropping a wheel. Kurt being able to sit in there. Hopefully he doesn't get caught up in the smoke, but he's doing very well to sit out. Oh, Ben dropped the wheel there. Kurt done very well to jump up on the inside. Oh, no. Oh, there's a bit of contact in there. Ben had a bit of a mistake. There was nowhere there to go for Kurt Blackie. He did very well. Ben will be spewing about that car as immaculate, but that is racing here. But here we go. We have Bruce Tannock versus Dana Templeman. Couple of old dogs out there, about ready to send it for our last top 16 battle here.
Well, let's see who it's going to be as Bruce Tannock, a drag race with Dana Templeman. It's the Mag and Turbo Achilles Radials, this S13, leading out.
Look at that
Danum.
S13. It's a rocket ship there here, but Danum's doing very well here to sit in behind Bruce. Bruce dropping over that rumble strip, doing exactly what the judges want him to do. Looking smooth, opening the door there for Danum to dive in. Look at him there, sitting up in there, but Bruce just too quick on those Achilles 1, 2, 3s. He'll know he's fast. Yeah, this is going to be a good battle. Now, obviously, we know both of these cars are around 800 horsepower. We've got a...
Oh, Danum has to be more. It's a 2J.
Definitely not. They've wound it back. It's put too much.
It used to be 1,000 with NOS.
Yeah, used to be.
Well, it's going to be the Pace Pools E46 BMW this time, going to go up and attempt to smoke the beautiful
Mag and Turbo
Achilles Radials S13.
And look, here we go. This is going to be an epic battle. Bruce, not the sleepy old dog he used to be. He's jumping up in there on the handbrake, entry in there, sitting just inside that pocket of smoke like Danum's car just pumps it out. Dropped a little wheel there, Bruce, a little bit of a mistake. Coming back up on the inside, but look at that by Dana. Real clean run. I think this is caught Bruce
2JZ
unaware
power
here. But look at that RV just catching right back up on him there in that last little corner.
Yeah, and shallow lines will do that.
But look at these cars. They're both looking immaculate here. We've got a nice S13 here.
Here we go. Here we go. Bruce Tannock, Dana Templeman, 2JZ versus RB, and 3 strikes to the 2JZ of Dana Templeman. Let's go and do a quick scrub, get some heat back on those tyres, and then he doesn't have a front bumper, so he's going to have to use the bar instead.
The big thing of what can happen is see how the boys, yes, they are doing a scrub, but the boys have been sitting in the pits for a little bit. Now, the front tyres would have definitely gathered a little bit of marbles as they're driving out. That is a big thing that a lot of boys do forget about, getting those front tyres. When you turn that car and you don't want any understeer, this car's already hooked up. They've got a lot of grip, especially they've done one run and the tyres are scrubbed in. So this will be interesting. Look at Ben, jumped out of that gate, wants to be on Kurt's door. Prove a point. I'm here, Kurt. I'm ready to knock on the door. Kurt throws it in nicely into corner 1. Looking smooth, opening the door up for Ben, grabbing the handbrake, sitting there and behind Kurt. Kurt running wide, nice, sitting out there into that inner clip. Corner 3, once again, runs wide, misses the clip. Ben given the opportunity to dive in there on him.
Ben was doing everything he could. He was trying to gain as much proximity because if he could do if he could just lean on, well, what do we lose? We lost the boot. All right, let's go and find out who it's going to be. Ben Jenkins, Kurt Blackie. 1, 2, 3. Kurt Blackie takes the win. Well, they are side by side.
Here we go, Steve. Run it through for us for this first battle of the top 8.
Well, at the side by side, straight into action for Fanger Dan Woolhouse in the Century Batteries machine. Looked like he was a little bit wide, but managed to hold on to it. Here comes Dave Stebbin trying to close up the gap, but Big Smoke Machine up and over.
He's got lost in the smoke, and that's it. That's all she wrote. Fanger just needs to finish this run, but just shows, as I've been saying this whole time, you get caught in that smoke, you just lose exactly where you are on the track position, and you switch half a second too late and it's going to put you off into the gravel. Now these guys are so precise with where they're putting the car, but here we go. Dave Steadman leading out Fanger Dan for run 2. Here we go, we've got the drift bits in there showing us the speed. They're definitely not doing 68 kilometres, that is way delayed. But look at Fanger sitting up there nicely on the Mimico S14. Fanger Dan showing us how it's done. Look at the angle he's just throwing in here into the inner clip 3 there. Fanger sitting in behind, emulating exactly what Dave's doing. But Dave's giving him a perfect lead run. Nice open door for Fanger to dive in there, Steve. And here we go, we've got the judges' results here. What's it going to be? 1, 2, 3. Fanger Dan Woolhouse gets the win through to the top 4.
Taylor James in the 4 and Rotary NDT 180 going up against the man who leads the points at the moment, Andrew Redwood in the Nankang FC RX7.
And look at that, Taylor did a real nice emulation on that entry. Might have just dropped the wheel a little bit there, did really well, flicking a little bit early, but Andrew was just able to pull away. But look at Taylor throwing that 180, that borrowed 180, he's driving it really well. Obviously getting comfortable with that new power plant. Yeah, I gave you that one. But nicely good clean run by Andrew Redwood there. That lead run is critical. The judges are watching the lead car give that perfect line, right? And this is what Taylor will want to do. He'll want to run that perfect qualifying line. Running wide, a lot of angle. Gives the chance then for Andrew to jump right up onto the inside of him. And that's what Fanger's saying. Dave did a perfect lead run, gave him the opportunity and the confidence to be able to sit behind him. See, Andrew had a little mistake there, unsure what Taylor was going to do, dived up on the inside there. Taylor doing not too bad here on the lead, and Andrew just giving a little bit of room here. Jumping now up onto the rear quarter as they finish the section, but that is exactly what Fanger's meaning.
Well, let's see what the judge is going to say. Andrew Redwood swipe left, Taylor James swipe right, Mark O'Hara, Joel Counter, Brendan Dunker, 1, 2, 3. Redwood gets the win. All right, well, certainly 4 and Rotary on the side. Alan and Putty will be ecstatic to see the job of their man down here in Christchurch as we go for the DK versus the DK. It's the harder racing R35 GTR of Darren Kelly going up against Liam Burke, the animal.
Look how quick that car is of Darren Kelly. Man, he has that thing hooked up. That is not a slow car that is following him, Liam Burke in that S13. But look at Darren, just stretching the legs in that 3.4 RB, just really putting to shame that 2J, you know, just showing what real raw power is. And look at Darren Kelly running that out there. But a good, real good chase run there by Liam, just sort of got left behind, to be fair. Now Liam is a hard car to chase because, man, that thing can pump some smoke out and put some serious angle on. So Darren, being a little bit faster, is going to have to take that into consideration.
Well, let's see what's going to happen as we see the second half of this battle. Liam Burke, Darren Kelly, it's the harder racing going up against the animal. And a big drag race we go. Liam Burke straight into action.
And look at this, Darren's right on his rear quarter there. Liam doing very well, a lot of smoke there. Darren just sitting out just in behind. A little bit straight there, a little bit of a touch there from Darren. Obviously Liam had a little issue there, but look at Darren, just able to sit up on that little corner there. Liam opening the door for Darren to come up inside. Now this is exactly what Fanger was talking about. You get a good lead, you can do a good chase. And that was what Liam did in that last section there. I think he had a wee bobble on that first inner clip. Well driven by both of these boys. They are DKs for a reason, and they are real good. So let's see what the judges say. 1, 2, 3 to Darren Kelly.
Dunker. Let's go down to find the next person who is going to make their way into the top 4. We've got the Cave NZ LS Power GD86 of Kurt Blackie going up against the Pace Bulls E46 BMW Dane and Templeman. It's LS versus 2JZ in a drag race down the front straight here onto the first turn.
And look, obviously Danham throws it in quite nicely here. Kurt sitting up there with him, nearly running off there. Had to probably back off a little bit. Danham just having a nice run there. Kurt having a little bobble in behind. Obviously, as I say, every time, once you start playing catch up, look, he runs wide here. He just throws it, you just about throw your whole run away. Once you're playing catch up, you get in your head, no, I need to cut here and I need to try and catch back up. Proximity is key. Realistically, you need to lock in your head. Get back on that qualifying line.
Well, let's go down to Launchmaster Willie. He's got the thumbs up. 3, 2, 1 and releases. It's Kurt Blackie's job to lead up the front. Straight into action.
So handbrake entry there. Grab the handbrake again for him, Tim. It's hard on the throttle. Danham's just sitting a little bit out of that smoke, which is really good. But see what I'm doing. What's Kurt's doing? He's opening the door for Danham. He did cut that corner a little bit wide, so he missed that inner clip again. But Danham is doing very well to emulate where Kurt is going. You know, they say you use the lead car as a clipping point.
Sure.
And that's exactly what Danham did. So hats off to Danham there in the Pace Pulls BMW.
Yeah, but let's go down to the judges. Mark O'Hara, Joel Counter and Brendan Dunker. Swipe left for Danham Templeman. Swipe right for Kurt Blackie. And Danham takes the win. Is the Ford Mustang RTR 900 horsepower of Roush Yates V8 power going up against the Nang Kang style Kang. It's Andrew Redwood.
Steve, this is going to be a hot battle. These two boys are now, like Andrew said, starting to get comfortable in there. Fanger's got a smile on his face. When that boy's got a smile on, he's going to send it hard and he's getting in the groove.
Well, this could come down to the first turn. Let's see how they go. And it's going to be Fanger Dan who leads the way down the straight into the first turn.
Watch it here. Fanger through the handbrake. Andrew right up on the inside there, but look at him putting that power down, that 900 horsepower, just pulling a gap on Andrew Redwood. Look at him sitting out there nice and wide. This is a good lead run. Stalled it up nicely. Andrew nearly got caught in the smoke there, but cutting that shorter line to try and catch back up. But wow, what a lead run by Fanger Dan. He is in the groove, mate.
Oh, Fanger Dan Woolhouse in the Century Batteries Castrol New Zealand Mustang, absolutely setting down a scorcher in the lead. We've got another round tomorrow, and these guys, if they're going to do it today, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it back to back. We're about to find out. Down the straight, it's got Andrew Redwood's turn. He got gapped by Fanger this time. Fanger's right in the pocket this time. They set up and lead into the first turn.
Man, look at that. Andrew throwing it nicely on. Fanger's dropped the wheel a little bit fast off there. Andrew dropping a wheel on that outside zone. Fanger's now playing catch up. Not a lot of smoke for him to try and hold. Throws in the angle there. Andrew doing a nice clean run there, cutting on that inner line and dropping down into that horseshoe. A little bit messy there for Fanger. Just dropping that wheel. I've been saying it all day, mate. You mix that first corner up, it can put the rest of it off.
Which way is it going to go?
And that's why it'd be awesome, Steve, to obviously, for the viewers out there knowing, I'm explaining a little bit here. We'll obviously go into the judges here. It'd be awesome to hear the judges' feedback on this run. And look at that. Andrew Redwood goes through for the final battle. Fanger goes through to third and fourth. Watch these two surgeons. Danham has been driving for a long time, but we know Darren is feeling comfortable on that GDR. Watch it here. A little bit of weight transfer. Flicks it and right on that outer line. Darren hard on the throttle. Look, Danham's getting caught in the smoke just there. Look at that. A little bit of a bobble. Darren just throwing down that line right out to that outer zone. And look at that. No corrections. Nice and deep. Tucking into that inner clip. Looking beautiful. Giving Danham that awesome lead run for him to dive up. But that little bit of a mistake on that lead first entry, just that's it. You're gone. These two guys right now know there's confidence. Now watch Darren be confident all over Danham. Danham's car is quick out the gate. Look, he dropped the cone. I don't know what's happened there.
All right, well, we're going to go straight into the first turn.
Look at that. Darren threw it a little bit earlier, trying to sit in that pocket. See, you can't even see his car because he's out of the smoke. And look at that. He can trust where Danham is. Laying that throttle on. A little bit of left foot brake. See the lights pop up there. Darren right up on there. Danham doing a good lead run. Throwing the car nice and wide, but opening the door for Darren to jump up on there. A little bit of a dirt drop, but nothing great there. But what an absolute awesome run right there. I hope you guys are excited as I am seeing this stuff out there.
All right, well, let's see which direction they are going to swipe. Will it be Darren Kelly? Is it going to be Dana Templeman? It's down to Mark O'Hara, Joel Counter and Brendan Dunker. 1, 2... Oh, O'Hara, what are you going to say? Anyway, it doesn't matter what it says. Darren Kelly goes through and he will go into the battle for first and second. Let's go to Stephen McIver.
I think the phrase with you today could be finally hooked it up when it mattered.
Yeah, it definitely feels good. Car feels amazing. Track conditions again are changing massively, and on that lead run definitely felt a lot less grip on track, so had to make some adjustments. Danem's car's obviously super fast, and yeah, just had to try to stick with them, so it's a good battle.
Feel like your second half of your chase sort of sealed the deal?
Yeah, it's always like that's where it's always hard to make sure you're with them at the end, and just tried to obviously stay online is a big thing, and yeah, as long as you're with them on that nice little tight inside clip is where you can sort of catch up, so tried to maximise that and got right on Azor for the exit.
Right, you're up against Redwood in the big one. What do you think?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a good one. I haven't battled Redwood in the final in a long time, so it'll be cool.
All right, look forward to it. Danham Templeman has had a great day out. Still got points on the board to get because, of course, it's the battle for third and fourth. Mate, good lead on that last one.
Yeah, no, it was. I'm pretty happy considering what the car's doing to, you know, come up and have a good show with Darren, you know. Hard to beat Darren with a car that's not 100%. You know, he's pretty on form all the time, and, you know, hats off to Darren. I can be interested to see him and Redwood go head to head because Andrew's got a really quick car, but I'm pretty sure Darren will take it to him as well. So
hey, you've got a race too, pal. Don't forget that. You've got Fanger Dan to have a crack at.
Yeah, we do. And Fangers, you know, always puts on a good show, and he's nice and fast. You know, it's a good sort of place to be in the top four considering what we're going through at the moment. So yeah, we're pretty pleased. Hopefully we can try and fix it overnight. If not, we'll just have to keep on rolling.
This is the battle for third and fourth position. The Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5D with a Roush 436 cubic inch 900 horsepower V8. That's the V8 that Stephen McIver loves. Of course, Fanger Dan Woolhouse, and he will be going up against the Pace Pools 2JZ powered E46 BMW. Dane Templeman behind the wheel. The battle for third and fourth position. Of course, the battle for the championship begins as we release them from the line. Fanger will lead out. Danem already absolutely smoking it, but gets blasted away by Fanger in the RTR Mustang.
And there he goes, he throws it into that first corner. Fanger, look at the grip of that car. A lot of angle, opening the door up for Danem. Not a bad battle here going on. Really deep here. Trying to run into that in the clip. Missed that in a clip there a little bit by Fanger, but still leaving the door open for Danem to come up on that inside, and what a battle that was by the two boys.
Oh, what an epic battle. The top four is certainly the top four on the day. We've got Dane and Templeman having to play chase with Fanger Dan.
And that in a clip, and he should be able to sit on the door of that E46 BMW. Danem sends it out of the gate there. Quick lickety split. He throws it in here with a bit of a handbrake. Fanger's on the door, but look, he's run a bit wide there. He was managed to gain that back up, and look, he's been able to catch back up. Danem opening the door for him, running that wider line there. Fanger doing what he should do though, sitting a bit wider.
Oh, big switch, big switch.
Big switch there, lost it a little bit, missed that in a clip there. Danem doing a nice clean lead run, opening the door for Fanger. A couple of small mistakes, quick as that, Steve, you know, he can push wide and miss that run. The lead had a little bit of a mistake on that first entry, possibly not as wide as he needed to go. Fanger had a little bit of a bobble in behind him there.
They're both smiling.
Oh, I know, mate.
They both think they've won.
Good to see. Good to see. From the last round, everyone's a little bit antsy after that, but look at the smile.
Have we got a result? Fanger Dan Woolhouse, Dane and Templeman, Mark O'Hara, Joel Counter, Brendan Dunker, 1 OMT, 1 strike to Dane and Templeman. What is Brendan Dunker going to say? He says Fanger Dan Woolhouse takes third place. Fanger Dan Woolhouse, third place. Let's go down to Stephen McIver.
Hey, how about that? You were breathing heavy when you came in for a start.
Yeah, it's all gone really well, but we've still got a bit of work to do. And that last run we actually picked up someone's tool or something and had a hole in the tyre. Boys pulled it off and it was going down, so I don't know if that caused something with Redwood, but I noticed I was losing the steering again through some of these runs, and we're just hooking it up so hard and just pushing the limits, and I'm having so much fun in this RTR Mustang, eh?
You are having fun. Congratulations, third in round 3. Oh, by the way, there's another round tomorrow, pal. Danem, 4th place. Mate, you've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, we are. We are considering, you know, what we're going through. It's it's pretty good, and hats off to my guys. They're still working at it. You know, we're trying to get hold of our engine tuner at the moment to see if he can diagnose it overnight. But yeah, great run with Fanger. I had a blast with him actually. That's sort of probably one of my favourite battles I've had with him. So you know, nothing was left on the line, and we went in it and that. And I'd like to have come away with 3rd, but hey, 4th is all good, and looking forward to this final battle.
It's going to come, mate. It's going to come, and you're providing great entertainment. That lead run, by the way, special.
Yeah, I was trying. I was giving it my all. I was a bit abusive on the poor old girl, but that's all good, you know.
This is gonna be electric, Steve.
I mean, you can't get much better than a final of the D1NZ, and it doesn't get much better than Mike Pero Motorsport Park, round 3 of the Valvoline D1NZ National Drifting Championship Series. It is almost that time as the cars start to scrub. Andrew Redwood out there flicking the FC. We've got the RB 3.4 R35 GTR, the harder racing. It's Darren Kelly. What are we going to see?
This is going to be a fast battle. I guarantee you Darren has pulled the valves out of his tyres so he can be a rocket ship out there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready to send them loose? This is the final of round 3 of the Valvoline D1NZ National Drifting Championship. 3, 2, 1. It goes down to Willie. Forget the rest. You've got the best of Valvoline D1NZ National Drifting Championship. Round number 3. It's final time.
And look at Darren. Oh, he had a little bit of a mistake there. Bit of a bobble in there. He's probably thrown a little bit too much grip in there, but Andrew is right on his door. Look at that. Runs that in a clip. And Darren's doing it. Been doing it all day. Just so smooth through that. Missed that in a clip, but still opening the door for Andrew.
Redwood trying to fight back.
Taking the advantage. He is jumping on Darren's door right there.
Oh, almost side by side as they cross the line to finish. Well, back down the front straight here at Mike Pero Motorsport Park. We've seen half of the final. Is this going to be the last lap of the day? 2 of the top drivers, the current New Zealand champion, the 2 times New Zealand champion, going up against our championship leader, Andrew Redwood. It is his turn to take the lead position.
Oh, Steve, this is going to be good. Darren, his spotter will be telling him, do not give him an inch. And I'm telling you right now, Andrew's spotter will be saying, go, go, go.
Well,
There'll
you've
be
seen
tension in the pits here, but the camaraderie is just awesome. They will be all cheering for one another. This is going to be an epic show. These 2 boys are going to put it down.
Well, you've seen it before, and it is time for more. Harder Racing RB 3.4 R35 GTR. Darren Kelly chasing down the Nankang Tyres FCRX7, the championship leader, Andrew Redwood.
Darren's thrown it right onto Andrew's door. A little bit of a bubble there. Andrew pulling away with a little bit of a gap. Darren doesn't want to lose his line. Look at him closing up. Runs a bit wide. No, he tags him. Silly, silly boy.
And that might be enough to throw it all away.
He did it again. 1, 2 rounds.
Knock, knock, who's there? Darren Kelly.
He opened the door and he took it and he touched him. He likes touching.
Rubbing is racing. Yeah,
Darren pushed pretty hard there. He had to. He knew that Andrew's car was fast, but he pushed a little bit hard, and something that caught him out in the last round with Liam Burke, where he did have a little bit of contact and did the same.
Wow,
but, judges aren't looking. They're hard at it. They're writing notes down. It's really good. A lot of the drivers after this event want to come back, talk to the drivers, learn what they did wrong.
All right, let's have a look and see what it's going to be. We'll go down and see if there is a result. Is it going to be the FC RX7, the Nankang man? Will it be Darren Kelly? It's down there with Stephen McIver. He's waiting to find out who's going to win. Stephen, look, he's excited.
I would like to know. Someone better
So
talk
would
to my
we, mate.
ear so we know.
All right.
Come on, guys. Andrew, Darren, out of the car, please. This is where we find out who wins round 3. We'll just confirm that we have a result, then someone will whisper in my ear.
All right.
Darren, Andrew, over here, mate. Darren, bring your bub up. All right, park yourself there. This way, mate. Ah, what's is this your, who's this?
Zoe.
Hey, Zoe, how are you? We'll see what happens with Daddy, eh? Darren, over here, mate. All right. Just waiting now. Here, watch the slider, lads, if you can see it in this camera. Let's see who wins. Who wins round 3 of the Valvoline D1NZ Drifting Championship? Waiting. Redwood 1, Redwood 2, Redwood 3. Andrew Redwood wins round 3 of the Valvoline D1NZ Drifting Championship. And Zoe, happy daddy, congratulations, mate. Hell of a final.
Yeah, thanks. There was. It's a pity we made a bit of contact in the end there. Darren was right at my door in the entry. I even gave him a thumbs up. I was like, yeah, buddy. It was good fun. We haven't, I guess, battled in a couple events, I guess. So it's nice to get back out there.
And you can have this later when you grow up and become a really good front person. Okay, because I'm sure there are plenty that you. Hey, that'll extend your lead in the championship. Gives you a little bit of buffer now going into tomorrow's round 4. Yeah,
happy to get it back out there on the other track too. And yeah, it's just great to do this also for all my sponsors and family and friends that have helped out. It's just been great having everybody on board, and yeah.
All right, let's have a quick talk to Darren. Darren, don't go too far away, and make sure that Fanga Dan's around as well, mate. Great run, but drama, a little bit of drama. Did that make any difference?
Yeah, unfortunately, just when we were changing tyres on that last run, or before going out, found that one of the shims for the camber and the rear geometry kit was falling out. So we found a snap bolt. There was a second one there, but we basically were running on one, so the hub was kind of moving in and out. And we didn't have any other choice. We would have to take the hub off completely to drill out the other bolt and get it back together. So we'll get that fixed tonight. But did the best we could. Andrew's car's a rocket ship and he's driving amazingly well. So it was going to be a tough battle anyway.
All right, mate. You got a night to fix it now. Not a long night though, right?
Hopefully not. You never know. But hopefully we can get it sorted, be back out there for tomorrow.
Different track tomorrow, a bit more open. May suit the GTR a bit more.
Hard to say. We'll have to see how it goes in the morning. We did the big change on the setup as we switched to this track on Thursday. So haven't run it on the other track yet. Hopefully we can jump straight in and be competitive.
All right, let's get on with the podium, shall we? In third place, and this will be presented by Tim Yellowlees, our representative from Valvoline. In third place, driving the RTR Mustang. Get up there, Fanga Dan! In second place, in the heart of racing, R35 GTR, Darren Kelly. And your winner of round 3 of the Valvoline D1NZ National Drifting Championship, and still championship leader, driving the Nankang Tyres FC RX-7, Andrew Redwood. So there is your podium for round 3 of the Valvoline D1NZ National Drifting Championship. Andrew Redwood extends his lead in this year's championship, and don't forget, it's our first double-header weekend, so we have a whole lot more tomorrow. Round number 4 and a different track. They'll hold their trophies up and smiles all around, and why wouldn't you? Top 3 and plenty of cheers from their supporters.